In this video, I'm going to go over how our brains behave during a financial decision, or in my case, bad financial decision. My financial knowledge is mostly through the mistakes that I've made, and since hindsight's 2020, I wanted to see how my brain was behaving as I made those financial mistakes, or rather, my brain made those financial mistakes. You see, behavioral finance is a combination of psychology and finance to understand how we make decisions about money. It recognizes that people are not always rational when it comes to making financial decisions, and that emotions, bias, and other psychological factors can influence our choices. So by the end of the video, you will recognize the psychological factors that influences your financial decisions, avoid biases that can lead to poor financial outcomes, and how to overcome them. So here's the deal. We all like to think that we are making smart choices with our money. But the truth, our brain often tricks us into making some pretty bad decisions. Ever heard of FOMO, the fear of missing out? It's like when everyone is buying the same thing and you think, hey, I should too. It's a common behavior in investing. But here's a twist. Often we're just following the crowd without really thinking it through. And guess what? It's not just about investing. It's also about getting that next cool stuff. FOMO can rush us into spending without thinking, like grabbing the trendy gadget everyone is talking about. Speaking of what everyone's talking about, hi, my name is Tasvir Mirza. I'm a realtor and a diversified investor. And on this channel, I make finance videos to break the biases. And if you don't want to miss out, consider hitting the like button as it helps the channel and videos like this tremendously. And then there's a thing called anchoring. It's like when you get stuck on a specific idea or value, even when the new information comes in. Think about it like this. You buy a stock at a higher price and then it drops, but you can't let go of it because of the first price. You're anchored to it, even though the market is telling you something else. And oh boy, recency bias. How can I forget that? It's all about giving too much weight into the latest news and trends, kind of ignoring the bigger picture. It's like when you see the stock has been going up recently and you think that it will keep going up, but that's not always the case. Post-pandemic, there's been a huge shift in the way we shop. Retail sales have skyrocketed, jumping up by 8.2% in the first half of 2023 compared to last year. It's like everyone is saying, let's spend, but here's the twist. While we are all rushing to buy stuff, are we thinking about the long-term picture? And then there's a thing called availability bias. It's like when you think something is going to keep happening just because it did in the past. Like, oh, tech stocks are soaring, so they will always soar, right? Wrong. This mindset can lead us into a risky path, making us jump on the bandwagon without considering the real picture. Here's a crazy fact. In 2022, a super tough year for stocks, the average person lost more money than the stock market did. Why? Because they got scared and sold their stocks when prices dropped, missing out when the prices went back up. This is a classic example of loss aversion, getting so freaked out by the idea of losing money that you make decisions that might not be the best for the long run. But even when you make the decision to start making the investment, you just can't decide where to invest. That's called choice paralysis, and it's super common. It's all about our brains getting overwhelmed. When we think that we have too many choices, our brain kind of goes like, nope, can't deal with it. It's just not you. Here's a fun fact. Doctors are more likely to prescribe antibiotic later in the day because they are tired of making decisions. The bank staff tend to reject more loans as the day goes on because they're tired of making decisions, and that's decision bias for you. So if you need to apply for a loan, go in the morning. Speaking of decisions, I see over 90% of my viewers are not my subscriber. Now I have a goal to grow this community 1,000 strong by the end of the year, and I need your help with that. Consider joining the community by clicking the subscribe button below. Now we can totally overcome financial biases. First, know the signs. If you're feeling super stressed about decisions, that's a sign of decision fatigue. And remember, it's okay to simplify things. Like if you're choosing what to eat, just pick something fast instead of getting stuck in the endless loop of options. If it's a big decision, don't freak out. Remind yourself that you have made great choices in the past and you can do it again, and don't overthink it. Sometimes our gut feeling is pretty smart. It's also cool to break things down. Make a list of what's really important to you and focus on that. Then the following step would be to have a plan. I realized that setting a financial plan helped me stay on track and my long-term goals. By planning, I'm able to more likely to save and make wise choices with my investment and debts. But it's not all about plans. I needed to slow down and start to think things through. Sometimes you feel like you had to make money moves right away. It turns out taking a day or two, think about the move, can really help. This idea comes from Daniel Kahneman. He's a Nobel Prize winner who knows a thing or two about decision making. Taking your time to stay rational and avoid emotional decision, which can often lead to mistakes. This was the case of most of my mistakes. talk about emotions, one thing that I've learned in my life that never get emotional with money. We all get caught up with feelings like stress, fear, greed, or even overconfidence. These emotions can push us into choices that aren't in our best interest. One thing that can help could be technology. Algorithms and financial planning tools can be super helpful. It's like having a smart assistant that helps you weigh your options without any sort of bias. This can run different scenarios for you so you can see the potential outcome of your decision, kind of like you're getting a sneak peek into your financial future. I realized that setting up a realistic saving goal, and the keyword here is realistic goal, is a game changer. So instead of just saying, oh, I want to save some more money, get very specific. Have a budget, know how much you want to save, and by when. Making our goals more clear and measurable makes it easier to track your progress, and which actually would help you to stay motivated. And lastly, embrace your financial past. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video and my other videos, my financial knowledge is mostly through the mistakes that I've made. Some people learn finances through schools and other trainings, but I learned about my finances by taking all the wrong decisions and realizing what not to do. You have to look back to your money decisions, good, bad, and the ugly, and learn from it. Embrace it. Everyone makes mistakes. It's all about taking responsibility and not repeating the same mistake again. I started this channel so you don't have to make the same mistakes that I have. And if you want to learn about the money mistakes that I've made and the habit that keeps you poor, watch this video here. Consider liking and subscribing. Thank you for hanging out with me. See you in the next video. I needed to slow down and start thinking things through availability. And there's a thing called availability.